Zken. His name was Schneur Zalman. He lived in Liadi. And this rabbi faced a lot of opposition. He was trying to teach all the secrets of the Kabbalah, and that was never done before. All the secrets of the Kabbalah, and to teach. Thank you. He was trying. We're like working always together with Shoshana. Love it. So he was trying to teach all the secrets of the Kabbalah and to reveal it to everyone. Before, that only belonged to a special elite, to some people, and we never shared it with like everyone. It was only to the people who were studying all day, a very special type of people. And this rabbi decided that it was time to actually bring it into this world and that everyone should have access to the secrets of Kabbalah. And the religious people at that time, they were very upset about it. We have to realize that at that time in the Jewish world, there was a very big distinction between people who were studying all day, like pious people. They were all day long in their books and only doing mitzvot and Torah and not talking Lashon Hara. And on the other side, there were people, simple people, who were working very hard, tailors, carpenters, and all the other, type of work. And they were working really, really hard. And when the other pious people were like next to them, they were looking down at them. It was not like a good person. It was okay, like a second-class citizen, There's us, the ones who know how to study, we're on this world, and there's these people, they're nice. So when they were going to the synagogue, they were not getting the same honors. Or if one of their kids needed to get married, if you were the son of someone who studied, or if you have a good head, then we pay a lot, because at this time, we're getting money when someone, there was a dowry, so you were getting a lot of money when you were getting married to a daughter. So these guys, they were like always, we were asking for them. And the other person, they had to have a very hard life. They were not considered in a nice way. And then came this rabbi, the Baal Shem Tov, and decided to change that. The Baal Shem Tov said that's not right. You don't realize that the soul of every Jew is very special. You cannot look down at someone. You have to respect everyone. You have to love everyone. And it started to introduce this idea that everyone is special. And one of his disciples, the Balatanya, this rabbi, he continued his work and he tried really to bring, he said everyone should learn Torah. Everyone can learn something about the Torah. And he started to teach the secrets of the Kabbalah to everyone. So of course, all these religious people, they got really upset. They said, what are you doing? You cannot tell that to these people. They won't understand. So there was this opposition, there was this fight, this war between these two camps, really. And what happened, it went to the point that it disturbed even the authorities, the Russian authorities. They saw this rabbi as being too popular for them. They didn't like it. So they decided to arrest him. It was during the holiday of Sukkot, and this rabbi was teaching, and he was told that they were coming to arrest him. So he went into hiding. They want to get arrested. So he went into hiding, and he was not showing, he was not going to teach, he was hiding all the time to not go to jail. And this Chassid, his name was Rabbi Schneur Zalman, went to him and told him, hey, Rabbi, you're not a real rabbi, you're a faker, you're not a real one. If you were a real rabbi, you wouldn't be afraid, because if you're such a big rabbi, they cannot do anything to you. And if you're just a little rabbi, then you're not a real rabbi. Then what are you afraid of? And the rabbi said, you know what? You're right. Because when I'm hiding, I cannot teach, so I'm wasting time. You're right, I'm going to come back. So he came back, and right after Simchat Torah, they came back to arrest him. And this time, he was there. So they took him, they put him in this Black Mary, it was like a black carriage. They put him inside and they started to travel to go to the jail. It was long, it was not easy to go to jail. It was at this time, there was no train, no plane, so you had to travel for a long time. And it's 6 hours before Shabbat, and they're all in the carriage, traveling. And the rabbi says, stop, please stop. He calls the chief of the guard and he said, I need to stop. He said, why stop? He said, because it's going to be Shabbat in 6 hours, and I don't want to travel during my Shabbat. The guard said, are you kidding me? You're going to jail. You're not the one giving us orders. You go with us now. So they continued the road. And suddenly the carriage breaks down. We have to, the axles of the carriage break down. So they stop. Do you think it's going to stop them? No problem. They change it. They continue traveling. Boom! One horse dies. The horse dies. Do you think it stopped them? No! They changed the horses. Now the new horses, they won't walk, they won't go. The new horses don't want to move. Nothing moves. So now he understood that this rabbi has higher powers. We cannot, play with him. So they say, what do you want? You want to go to the next town? He said, no. I just want to stop now. So they just went off the highway. They went like on the side, and until today you can find this place, a huge tree actually is in this place. My sister is right now there. She went to travel. She's in Ukraine and she went to this place. She told me you can still see there is a huge tree right there, and all around the other trees they stayed really small. So you can see this place when they stopped for Shabbat. It's a very special holy place when people go and pray. So that's really what happened to this rabbi. He went to jail. After Shabbat, they continued, he went to jail. There in jail, he was interrogated, questioned. After 53 days, he was released from jail. They couldn't do anything. And when he left jail, he told everyone, you have to know something very important. Whatever happens in this world, happens also at the same time in heaven. There is nothing that happens here that doesn't happen in heaven. And I just went through a trial. I just went to jail and I was released. Because in heaven, there was a big trial. In heaven, there was a fight. There's some angels who told Hashem, you know what? This rabbi should be stopped from revealing the secrets of the Torah. We have to stop him. Put him in jail. Of course, in heaven, there's a fight. But how does it show here? He goes to jail. We have to stop him. So we put him in jail. And during the 53 days that he was in jail, in heaven, there was a struggle. Do we let him free? Or do we stop the revelations of these secrets? What do we do with him? And he told all these Hasidim, he said, I'll tell you what I answered. I'll tell you how I got free. There was once a king who had a son. And his son was really, really sick. Very sick. He called all the doctors. He begged them, please come, save my son. What medicine? What can I do? I'm a king. I have a ton of money. I'll pay everything. Please help me. The doctors couldn't find anything. They didn't know what to do to save the prince. They tried and tried everything. Nothing worked. And every day the prince was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. To the point that they only gave him a couple days left, to leave. They said, that's it, we're sorry, we've tried everything. And there was one doctor, a very young doctor, and he really wanted to try something, but he was afraid to go to the king and offer his solution. But when he saw that there's only a couple days left to the life of the prince, he said, it's now or never. I'll go and try. So he went and he said, please, King, I'm so sorry for what I'm going to offer to you, but I think it may save the life of your son. So what is your solution? So you see your beautiful crown? There is one gem on the crown, one gemstone, that is very rare. It's the only gemstone in the whole world. If you take it and you crush it completely and you mix it with a little water, you give it to your son, even if most of it is going to be wasted, even if a couple drops are going to get into his mouth, I think he's going to be saved. But I'm so sorry that I bring it up. I know you're going to waste most of your gem, most of your diamond is going to go to the garbage. The king looked at him and said, do you think I'm going to even hesitate? If that could save my son, even 2 drops, just crush this diamond. I don't care. Just save the life of my son. And the rabbi continued and said, the Jewish people, they were sick at that time. They were all sick. They were looking at each other without love, with jealousy, fight. That's not what we want. That's not what Hashem sent us into this world. If we can reveal the secrets of the Torah, even if most of it is going to be wasted, but a little teaching is going to get one drop, and it's going to save us. Just do it. And that's how he won his trial. And that's why he was allowed to keep teaching, to keep bringing that into the world, to keep, now, you're going to tell me, but what did he bring? What was so special? What did he bring? What's Chabad? There's the story about this woman. She had a son, and she called the rabbi. She said, Rabbi, I need you to tell me what my son is going to be when he grows up. So the rabbi said, we can do a test. There is a very simple test. We put a book of Torah, we put vodka, and we put money. If he goes to the book of Torah, he's going to be a big chacham, a big tzaddik. If he goes to the vodka, he's going to be an alcoholic. Wow. And if he goes to the money, he's going to be a businessman. Wow. So they brought the kid, and the kid opened the book of the Torah, poured some vodka, and he took the money, put it in his pocket. He said, oh, he's a Chabad rabbi. Job, but in real, what is Chabad? What's so special about Chabad? Besides that they're as popular as Coca-Cola. You can find them all over the world. Why? Why are they so special? It started like to be that popular when he was released from jail. That's when it gave the Admur HaZaken, it gave him so much strength, to go and teach the Torah even more and to write this book of Tanya. In this book of Tanya, if you open it, chapter 36, 37, it teaches us one thing that I would like to emphasize tonight. Before, when you were asking people, why do we do mitzvot? Okay, Hashem put us into this world and told us you have to do a lot of mitzvot. Why? Makes me feel good. It makes me a good person. I feel better. That's what we would hear before. The Baal HaTanya, the Admur HaZaken, changed the perception. He said, that's true, makes you feel good maybe, but that's not why Hashem gave us mitzvot. Hashem gave us mitzvot. Hashem gave us these commandments because Hashem needs your mitzvot. Hashem needs you and you and you and you to do the mitzvot. Hashem needs what you can bring him. You are very important to Hashem. You don't do the mitzvot just because, of course, when you do mitzvah, you attach yourself closer to Hashem, you feel more spiritual. But some people will tell you, I don't need the mitzvot, I feel very spiritual. I'm a good person. I don't need the mitzvot. You hear that a lot. And it's true, you could be a good person. You could be very spiritual. But why do you do the mitzvah? Because Hashem asks you to do it. And Hashem needs your mitzvah. You're very special, you're precious to Hashem. And that changes the way you see the world. Because when you see the other Jew, and for that even the other human being, when you see the other person, you realize that Hashem needs this other person. So this other person is very important to Hashem. So I have to love this person. Because this person has a goal. This person has a place into the world. This person came for one purpose. And we each come for one purpose. We say that when he was in jail, when the Rebbe was in jail, there is this one minister who knew very well the Torah. He was not Jewish, but he knew the Bible up and down perfectly. And he said, I'm going to see if this rabbi is like a phony rabbi or a real rabbi. He went to the rabbi and he said, tell me, when Adam ate the fruit, the forbidden fruit, when he was in heaven, he was not supposed to eat this fruit, and suddenly he ate the fruit, Hashem came to him and said, hey, Adam, Ayeka, where are you? Where are you? I said, Hashem knew where he was. Hashem knew where he was. Why is he asking, where are you? Hashem knows where he is. Why is he asking this question? So the Admur HaZaken said, Rashi says, because Hashem did not want to scare him. He didn't want him to feel bad that he did the sin, that he ate the apple. So Hashem said, I'm going to first ask, where are you? So I go slowly, and then what have you done? But first, where are you? So the minister looks at the rabbi and says, okay, I also know Rashi. Not a big deal. Okay, I know that. What are you teaching me? I know that. Tell me what you think. And the rabbi looks at him straight in his eyes and he said, you know what it means? It means when you come to a certain age, and the rabbi says exactly the age of the person, and you have done this and this and this in your life. And he says exactly what the person has done in his life. Some things that no one knew, just him. So the other guy was like, and he said, where are you in your life? Have you attained wherever you're supposed to be? Have you, did you done your goal? Hashem put you in this world for something, for a goal. Have you done what you were supposed to do in this world? Of course, the minister didn't say anything else, and he kept quiet, and he left. He understood who he was dealing with. And that's the same story. That's the whole story. Chabad came into this world. It was a revolution and a revelation. What's the difference? Revolution is something totally new. A revelation is something that existed already, but we just reveal it. And at the same time, all the secrets of the Torah, they were already here. It's just the way we were presenting it. They present it in a very simple manner, in a very simple way, that anyone can access. Anyone can feel, close to Hashem when they learn something. It's not just the elite and us, it's us all together. So that's really the teaching of tonight. I don't want to be too long, but Ayeka, where are you? When you leave tonight, ask yourself, remember that Hashem wants your mitzvot. So what mitzvah can you do, can you add? Because maybe Hashem wants you to light the candles of Shabbat. Maybe Hashem wants you to eat a little bit more kosher. Everyone can do their own, thinking and say, okay, Hashem put me into this world. Hashem gave me a goal. What is my goal into this world? Where am I into this world? And that was just a little idea for tonight.